Hello everyone, in today's episode we'll be talking about the recent reveals for the upcoming 2024 Monster Manual.
Yeah, we've gotten a couple of videos as a preview these last couple of days, talking about the up-and-coming book. A little bit excited, so let's see what they mentioned. I'm Eugene.
And I'm Eddie, and welcome to another episode of
The Middle-Aged Barbarians. Here on Middle-Aged Barbarians, we like to cover a wide range of topics of all things geek, from tabletop RPGs to board games, media reviews, and news updates.
So whether you're new to the RPG scene or jaded veteran like us, stick around to watch this pair of guys be barbaric and tear your boredom to shreds.
All right. They've put out a couple of interesting videos. At the time of recording, I know they're going to be bringing out another one tomorrow, so we probably won't be able to cover it because this has to go out before that on Undead, but I'd like to speculate at the end. So there's been like a general video talking about general changes, and there was a second, more specific one about dragons.
Okay.
Now, I know you mentioned you haven't had time to actually watch, so I've taken down a couple of bullet points to share with all of you, and we can discuss.
For sure.
I know I personally am looking forward to getting my copy
With the special cover.
Oh yeah, I want my beautiful blue cover with the Mind Flayer, Lifid, whatever you want to call it, on it, because that shit looks cool as hell. And I really need them to make the monsters a bit beefier for the players, because players nowadays are way OP with all the abilities and heals and all that. So let's get into it, because it's a little bit. Now, of course, they've been promising huge
Changes.
And they're boasting this is going to be the biggest book ever with over 500 plus entries.
Oh, wow.
It sounds beefy.
How many pages would that be in?
I have no idea.
Like 2,000 pages?
2,000 pages, just a big ass book right there in front of you.
The tome, yeah.
They say that there has been, and I know you're probably going to like this a lot, they're going to make a lot of emphasis on the art in the book. That for all the monsters that are going to come out, they want to just not have it be, just like the little monster right there on the page.
Give it the context with the art.
Yeah, they want to add a bit of backdrop, maybe something to be doing, or like being sneaky. And I know I saw a couple of the art. It was kind of cool, especially in the dragon one. They get into it a lot, where you see like this dragon swimming in the river underneath the boat, just kind of like tailing behind the heroes, them not knowing it's there. And it's looked cool so far. And something that I have liked a lot is that some of the artwork seems really dark, like very horror-y, very macabre, very dark. I don't have another word for it. But yeah, big emphasis on the art in the book. So hopefully whenever we get our hands on it.
Yeah, we'll check out the art and I'll give you my specific critiques.
We'll get y'all Eddie's critiques on it. There will be callback to older editions, or at least that's the way I see it, including like the monsters' environments, their habits. I remember like in the second edition book, they had their ecology, climate, habitat, society, family structures, and all that kind of stuff. We were actually just talking with the producer about this.
How deep do you think you'll go with that?
Yeah, he has serious reservations on how much they'll actually expand. I'll give him the benefit of a doubt, and anything is better than nothing in a way. So as long as they give us a little bit, maybe.
Yes, it doesn't just stay into statistics and numbers, right?
I mean, and maybe not every monster needs it, but hopefully for the more iconic or the more special monsters to everybody's heart, you'll get a little bit more, of a juicy bite.
The big groups, for instance, right? Goblinoids in general behave like this.
Well, it's funny that you should mention goblins. Hold on, I have another note around here. They will be changing some monster types.
Yeah, I heard about that, yeah.
I think goblins are actually going to be considered fey. So I don't know how, because I remember before, at least personally, I would always relate orcs and goblins and hobgoblins and bugbears and kind of put them all together.
Humanoids.
Yeah, but like they would be one type of goblinoid family. Now I don't know if one is a fae, if their bugbears are going to be fays, if hobgoblins have nothing to do with them, and I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what actual changes they make to their
And how
types.
does it affect mechanically into spells and so forth? Because I guess it needs effects, right?
Yeah, they actually mentioned in the video that goblins now being part of the Fae aren't going to be susceptible to hold person. So you'd have to have hold monster for a goblin, which is kind of crazy, but CR reworks. Like the lower CR monsters are just going to get maybe a stat adjustment or maybe up their HP or something minor. But they are trying to rework the mid and high tier CRs for better and more fluid like battles and combats and stuff.
And since the players are a bit more powerful now.
Yeah, hopefully they'll adjust it to that. And they also mentioned that they'll be adding certain variants on other monsters, which is actually cool. I don't know if like I had the chance to help here at ND with the bestiarium, and it's cool because for like most of the monsters you'll have a very low level, mid level, high level option or a variant of the same monster or something. So maybe they'll work in something like that so you can
Maybe templates? No, probably templates no. Like
they didn't mention templates. What they did mention, which is also a throwback to 4th edition, big smiles, precisely with the goblin, that they're going to introduce some kind of a minion goblin. So I don't know if you remember, like 4th edition had minion monsters that all had 1 HP.
Yeah, that was very cool. I mean, even though some were really hard to hit, but as long as you hit them,
They're gone.
They're
Yeah,
gone.
just cannon fodder, which then would bring in like the use of a controller, like a wizard that would have a big AoE spell and just knock a bunch of them out, which is cool. Or like cleave and different abilities of the martial characters to get at least 2 out of the way. So they mentioned that. They also mentioned there are going to be varieties of gnolls, goblins, mimics, vampires, are just the ones they named. I'm sure there's going to be more. And they will be doing changes to surprise veteran players.
oh my God.
Ooh, lots of surprises for the veterans. What that means, I don't know. Like, haha, you didn't expect the vampire to...
Be good.
Yeah. I don't know. Something. So I'll see.
Vampires sparkle now, canonically. No, I'm guessing there wouldn't be something like that.
That would hurt. Monster type changes. They're going to be adding lots of options for NPC type enemies, which
That
is
makes
also
sense.
great. Actually, like now with my new party, I've been making characters to have them fight humanoids because, like, the NPC options are a little generic, but it's a pain in the butt. So hopefully they'll add a lot of cool, quick options that you can just grab a low-level rogue and a captain and a fighter or whatever,
And mix it up with some monstrous traits.
Something cool. You would probably like this. I know I will. They boast having better organization in the book. I mean, like they mentioned something about before it only being by alphabet, but then you'd have to know that a certain monster had a name or was in another family. I don't know. They mentioned something about with oozes and green jellies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that now it would be not only by alphabet, but also by monster type and by CR ratings, and even by subtypes like undeads.
They'll be together. So, aquatic monsters will be
Hopefully,
organized
at least that's what I understood. I may be wrong, but I think that would be very useful.
to have an index with that. Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
you're like they're going into a dungeon. I need something undead, and they're level 4. So you just kind of do like a quick reference and pick something out. And I guess the more controversial point in that first video, which, man, I watched it. It wasn't a short video. I think it was like a little bit over an hour.
Yeah.
And everything was going well until they mentioned something about gender swapped monsters.
Oh, like female gorgons or something like that?
Yeah,
Male gorgons, sorry.
male gorgons and female incubuses and male succubus, which
That doesn't make sense.
they're the same monster, but they're already the same monster with different names. Again, this will get under your skin if you want it to. If not, just keep it.
I mean, canonically in Monster High, the guy was a gorgon, the son of Medusa, Deus Gorgon. Picture here of
Are you mentioning Monster High?
Monster High. They should make a campaign setting for Monster High. That would be pretty hilarious.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of people that play it.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, hey man, we made the joke with the producer. You want that male gorgon to get you rock hard? Just look at him.
There you go. No, but yeah, I mean, notice who had a daughter. I know all about that sort of stuff. That mid 2000s toys.
So I mean, it's not really a big deal. I just think it's maybe like an unnecessary extra.
Of course.
But whatever. And then the second video they came out with was one more specific about dragons, because they were very adamant on dragons getting a lot of TLC.
I mean, they're in the name.
Yeah. So they, let me see what I write here. They go on to give, some extra tender love and care to the dragons. They're adding supposedly a lot more lore. And they did go over each of the, almost every dragon of the chromatic and the metallics. So they're adding in the book a lot of lore about how the dragons are. Higher CR dragons supposedly will be more deadly and a lot more complex than just claw bite, wing slap or whatever. And
or spells.
Yeah, they're giving them, I think, like they're integrating into the stat block the lair actions, which was something that was separate before, which actually was a little confusing because you didn't know if it would apply to an adult or an ancient or a young, like where it fell in. Something I thought was really cool was they're like tailoring up the frightful presence of each dragon type.
Oh, to their...
Like the way they would scare or make themselves noticed and freak out the enemies is different for each one.
Oh, that's very chill.
I think they mentioned like the red dragon would be very loud and billowing and just raw display of power, and then the others wouldn't. It would be very certain, like
a little bit sneaky, maybe some sort of psychic.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly which one they mentioned. Maybe I think it was a blue dragon would be more like a scare you or just like get one under control and do something different with.
And maybe some of them would polymorph into your father and tell you how disappointed they're in you.
Oh, that would be very bad.
That would be very sad.
Wow. I hope they didn't hear you. I hope they don't work that in.
Yeah.
And another thing was kind of cool was like a rework in the breath weapons, at least for like the metallic dragons. From what I understood, chromatics are going to have their basic, like, oh, I spit fire, I spit ice, I spit acid. But then the metallic dragons were going to have a secondary breath weapon, and they were going to be on different cooldowns. So then the support breath weapon could be used more. I don't know if it'd be like a healing breath weapon in some cases or something else, whatever they...
Utilitarian.
Yeah, something utilitarian, and then had the damaging one separate. So, I mean, basically, that's at least what I got from those two videos.
Sounds interesting. Sounds like they're trying to do... But I don't know how substantial the changes will actually be in the end.
I mean, I played the 14 edition for so many years without even knowing, this is my mistake, that there was the Mordenkainen's Monsters of the Multiverse, which was great because it had a whole bunch of other options. If they can do an integration like they did with like the character classes and the spells, and because they pulled in from Tasha, they pulled in from, it wasn't Mordenkainen's, it wasn't the Monsters of the Multiverse, it was a different book, I forget the name now. So I'm sure they're going to do something very similar, like do like
streamline the whole thing.
Yeah, get everything into one. They seem very excited talking about it.
I mean, it's their jobs, but...
Yeah. But I think even more so than like with the players or with... Maybe not the Dungeon Masters. They were really excited about the DM's Guide, which is... It's been a good book from what I've been reading while playing. So I'm hopeful. I'm thinking it'll be cool.
It seems good. It seems like it's streamlining everything from 15 to... I like the comparison I always give you. Twilight Imperium 4th edition, it just took the best out of all the expansion from 3rd. Some people don't like it, but a lot of people like it myself. Love it. Love the streamlining, love that everything makes sense together.
Now, what I'm curious to see is, like I mentioned at the beginning, as of today, tomorrow will be the Undead video. What exactly they're going to talk about. I mean, something I think they need is maybe like zombie variants. Or like the cannon fodder undead, like give them a little more flavor, a little variance, maybe like a magical wielding skeleton, or I don't know, something cool, and then maybe flesh out more liches. I think they did mention something about like having different types of liches,
according to
adding
their
different
origin.
types of vampires. So they're probably going to mention some of that again, and just in more detail. But I'd love to see zombie skeleton variants. Like more stuff about ghouls, like lower level stuff that I could just really dish out some pain.
Yeah, and make them interesting in themselves. Speaking of undead, do you see Nosferatu yet?
I have not. Is it any good?
It is very good.
Why
But
does he
very artsy, but very good.
Why does he have a mustache?
Because nobles back then had mustaches.
Yeah, but those all had hair.
He has hair, but it's like rotting away. I mean, the monster design is very interesting.
No, I haven't had a chance to go to the movie theater. Yeah, but the one image that I did see, the classic image where the lady's laying back and he's like over there just
You see the
slumming over. All you see is that mustache.
like this huge badass.
This big
mustache.
ranchero. He looks like an orc.
Yeah, kind
A
of.
new
Yeah.
work.
And the voice, Skarsgård's voice, the voice he makes was very freaky. It's like very deep with accent. And
Yeah,
it's-
yeah. I have that's on my list, and the other one I want to watch is the Transmutation. No, what is it called with Angelina Jolie?
Oh, I don't know.
One where she's like taking this thing and physically changes and goes changing her body. It was a very visual thing.
Oh, I'll check it out.
Here, hold on. Editor, if you need to cut this out, let me just look up the name real quick because I'm not going to be able to sleep. Yeah, I heard some pretty good reviews. What the heck? Sorry about this, editor.
It's cool.
It is called Those Who Wish Me Dead? No, that's a different one. 1 second. Oh my God, why does it have to start with the first one?
It's standard.
Stitches? No, that's not it. What is it? Not Angelina Jolie? Am I confused by who the actress is?
Maybe you are, yeah.
It was a movie about. Wait, what is this? What was that called? I don't know. The producer left the room and he's lost us.
Oh, the Wolfman's coming also as well, which would be also be interesting.
Which one?
The Wolfman, they're gonna make a new one about werewolves. Which this actress from Ozark, which I always forget the name of the actress, but the character name in Ozark was called Ruth. She is amazing.
See, this would be easier if the producer was here and I could just ask him, "Hey,
Producing, right?
what was that What was that movie called?" Well, here there's one called Maria, but I don't think that's the movie I'm thinking about.
Maria, you've got
No, supposedly it was like this weird movie where they would take a substance
like
and
the
it would
substance.
slow. Is it called Substance?
Well, you mean The Substance, the horror movie?
Yeah. Who's in that one?
The Substance is Demi Moore and
Demi Moore. God dang it. That's it. I'm sorry. My
Margaret
bad.
Qualley. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that movie. The Substance.
Yeah.
Did you see that one?
It's freaking good. It's very good. You can stream it on Mubi. We're not affiliated, but it's.
I don't know if I have movie.
You can get a 30-day. I just heard an ad.
Free trial pass.
Yeah, no, but the Substance is very good. Margaret Qualley it's Andy McDowell's daughter is the other one.
Okay. Yeah, that not okay. So it was with Demi Moore.
Demi Moore and
Now, why would I confuse both of them?
with whom you could
Angelina Jolie.
Both have black hair. I mean, Demi Moore's a bit older though.
I don't know.
But yeah, you should check out The Substance and Nosferatu. They're very good. I don't know if Danny will like them, but
I don't know. Anyway, we have diverted a lot from the subject.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff will probably be edited. But
And the producer's back, so we'll cut it here.
so that's the end of the video. If you haven't already, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. And please feel free to leave us your comments, suggestions, and questions below.
Also, come follow us on our other social media like Instagram, TikTok, and on our Discord channel over on the Indie Hobby server. Links in the description.
And as always, remember to rage responsibly. We'll see you in the next episode.
Roll the dice!